Yeah. Hey, good morning, folks. AJay here. We are here at Nathalie, Virginia. We're out here at New Zion Baptist Church with Pastor Yancey. I've actually been down here and helped him out with a few things before, but what we're going to be doing today is, let me turn you around. They have two Fomako cameras that another installer installed, and Pastor Yancey wanted another camera that we're going to put on this side. So because the tech has changed, what I'm proposing is moving the Fomako that's back here, move that over here, and then the Avkans newer camera that we got, I'm gonna put that back there. It does have AI tracking as well too, but we'll put that in the back here. Now the other thing we're gonna be doing is right here in the center, we're gonna be hanging a 40-inch TV for the choir. Now, Pastor Yancey's son is going to come back and tap off of this to put an outlet for the TV. But all I got to do is really hang the TV, run the cable here. We're going to be up in the attic. The attic ends right here, and then we got to come back the other way to drop the cable down in here. Just one fiber-optic HDMI. Fiber-optic HDMI Ethernet cable for right here. That runs up here in the back, and we just switch them. So that's what we got going on today. Trying to knock out the easiest stuff first. Let's go ahead and hang the camera in the back, switch those out because the cables are already ran. We'll just switch that out so we can see the difference in quality. Then mount the camera over here for the other one, and then we go from there. All right, so we got the new camera up. We just had to switch that out with here. Like I said, we're gonna take this one down, move that one over to the side. I'm gonna run the cables on the floor just to make sure we get it done, get it set up on the joystick so we can control both. Then climb on up there, find a place where the cables to drop down the the Ethernet cable and the fiber optic cable there. But pull the second one at the same time because that's going to be the one that goes up for the TV. And honestly, what I should do is do the TV now. No, I'm not going to do that because I already got the ladder back here. But that's what we're getting ready to do next. Got the other camera up, so we got the cables run on the floor right now. Just make sure everything is working. I'm gonna run one more cable and hook up the TV on the floor because again, I got it shipped, could be damaged, but we just want to open up the box, hook the cable up, make sure that cable is not bad because I did have a cable that was damaged. Get the image that's showing from the AJay Mini Pro, make sure that's working. Probably since I got to do that, I'll go ahead now. Because I got to climb up anyway. So I'm going to go up there, hang the TV, make a hole for where the cable will run through. And then when I go up there, I only got to make one trip this way, come back around, and then we're done. So let's go ahead, pull this other cable, set up the TV, and then get an image, and then we'll do some CSAA ministry. All right, folks, so we got the TV hung, and they're looking at putting the outlet there right now. So what I'm doing, as you can see, we are prepared, and as tall as I got my ladder, I would still have to jump to get up, so we had to fully extend it. I'm gonna get up here, and it's a whole walkway up there, and there are lights up there, but I can't reach the switch, so I gotta climb in there, and then there's another step up that gets up here, but it can walk across. So I'm gonna unplug the cables so that I can drop the cables down from here, find where that is, drop those cables down. Might have to widen that hole, hope I don't have to. But we drop that down, and then we'll do the cables from here that we'll get for here, and I pull the TV one as well, and just take all the cables up at the same time. So let's unplug that, and then reposition the cables up in the ceiling. All right, folks, for the most part, we're done. We got everything connected. We go over here to our multi-view, We see all the cameras. We got the other one pushed over here. We got our main one, our new Avkans that we have here in the back. The one in the front is still the same. So we got everything all done. Now we will have to come back because this conduit doesn't have enough space for all these cables. So I'm gonna have to get a wider conduit and pull this down. So three pieces that would get me all the way up. Pull all that down, probably get a wide one so that it can actually fit 10 cables just for future stuff, but we'll put that there. And I might even pull this jack off of here so that it'll be a jack, maybe put like a double gang box here and then have a place for all of the jacks to go there, but it's not really necessary. But the main thing is, since the cables are coming to the side, we can do that. But like I said, I have to come back and get a wider 3 pieces of conduit that will get me all the way up to the ceiling. I really need to get the exact same one like this, because see, they've already cut into the molding, and if I get one that's wider, I would have to do that. But maybe this is about 1 inch wide. We just need to get one that's deeper that can go from there, or something like this. Some conduit like this would work, that would be wide enough and deep enough to hide all the cables. But we got the joystick all set up, so all of the cameras are working. So we got 1, 2, and 3. All of them are connected and responding. Just waiting. I don't know why this is taking a second to let go of that camera, but it's all there. And like I said, that's the main thing. So I just got to put my ladder in here. They're finishing up the electrical outlet. I'm gonna turn the TVs on just to make sure everything is working. And this is LG, so I guess those are LGs up there. Get an image, make sure everything is good. Talk with Pastor Yancey, see if he needs anything else. Schedule a time when I'll be back just to put the conduit up, pull that down, and put up another piece of conduit there, and then get another one for here. And then we are golden. So let's see about turning the TV on, make sure we get an image on that. Alrighty, so got us from the front camera. Got both of the ones up here in the front, and then also got the one that we just hung, and they're actually looking at getting a banner to hang down a little bit to hide the back of the TV, but we are good to go. So looking from up here, everything is good from right there. So like I said, we gotta come back just to do the pieces of conduit there, kind of like similar how it was right here. But see, there's more room to cut over in this side. I'm right on the outside of the building, so we couldn't go through and up like that. But we'll put a piece of conduit in there, probably get some white tape just to cover up the 1 inch of that cable before it goes into the grommet, and then we're good to go. So Pastor Yancey, thank you so much for reaching out to me. I think everything is all good. Find a place to charge, and then 2-hour trip back home, and then dentist tomorrow, and then we got some other stuff we're gonna do on Wednesday. Got to go back and do training for Shiloh on Wednesday, and then we got some other stuff on Thursday and Friday, and then rinse and repeat and all that other good stuff. And the TV up here is flickering. I would probably say, and it all depends, when I come back I might actually even just, if I have an extra HDMI cable, I might replace that one and switch that out. Alright folks, so we're done. We're going to be back. First we're going to be back Thursday to do the conduit, but they have, the original installer did HDMI to Ethernet extenders, and the image was flickering. So I proposed, hey, I can do the same thing because I did their back TV and changed that because they were having some issues with some other stuff with the installer, how they did that. So I did a fiber optic HDMI cable there along with the cameras, and pretty much I just told them, I was like, hey, I can do switch out those converters and do HDMI the same way to those TVs. So they said, go ahead. So instead of being back Thursday doing the conduit, we're going to come back Monday, put the conduit in there. And we might not even need the conduit now that I think about it. I'm still going to get one, but we're going to get rid of those thick HDMI cables, and we're going to do fiber optic HDMI cables that will go to the TVs as well too. So we might have freed up some space, but we'll be back Monday with a conduit for the side camera and switch out those HDMI to Ethernet converters for pure fiber optic HDMI cables to go to each one of the TVs. And then we're going to complete this. So we finished the project. So this was install number 21, but then we got a 21.2 or part 2, just switching out the cables for the TVs. But anyway, let me get home, and it's going to be quite a drive home, and then order some cables, and then we be back here on Monday and see what other stuff we get into the rest of this week. So like I said originally, if you like this type of content, appreciate the like, consider subscribing, hit that bell, that way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ. Catch you on the next video. Later.